Hello and welcome to the Dominion League Season 68 featured match between MJVville and Prince of Thieves here in I've forgotten what division it is, in
It's G, I think.
G3. In G3. I am joined by Mahowrath. Mahowrath or
Hello.
Mahowrath?
Yeah, however you like.
Okay, I'll alternate. We'll see which one feels better.
And yourself,
We've begun.
Barmanatan?
Barmanatan, yes, not Barmansion.
Barmanatan. Got it. And I can't abbreviate that to Barmy or anything.
You can go bar.
Barmbar? Okay.
Take your pick. We have a game. We're a bit slow on the
Yeah.
draw here, but
So some
it's
things have been
going.
bought. A Maelstrom was bought for what? 2 estates versus an opponent's 1 estate. Trashed.
Is that a thing? I mean, if you can banish a thing, maybe that's a thing.
Well, that's true. That is a thing.
I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the board enough to. I mean, yeah, when there's no standout threes or fours, it seems reasonable.
So we've already seen the first outpost gain. Hasty outpost. Looks fun.
Oh, that's kind of I guess, a nice thing to have ASD on because it doesn't completely break the card. You just get to reliably put it in play one turn earlier.
That's true. That's true.
I suppose,
Yeah,
something you want a
I
lot of
definitely
being
want to.
hasty.
So I definitely want to see outposts in these decks. I think you could definitely build with it. You've got cargo ship to set up your outpost turns.
Yeah, and there's enough going on that you can conclave village a little bit.
Yeah, I would say so for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like it's going to be pretty crushing getting the extra turn so early here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, what did they do because they could have done it last turn, no? Or did they not have enough? They bought Maelstrom for 3 cards instead of the outpost. And they still don't get outpost. I'm not sure about this. I think Prince of Thieves is pretty comfortably ahead.
Yeah, so Prince is the one with the outpost. MJVille has been focusing on thinning instead. They're getting quite thin there, to be honest.
But like the
Right.
marquee verse is dubious in my head.
True. I mean, outpost is kind of a gainer, isn't it, in a sense, if you kind of gain from your extra turn.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the consistency will help because now Prince is missing their outpost because they got it at the start of the shuffle last time, which definitely helped them a lot.
I mean, yeah, I think if MJVille gets an outpost here, probably this turn, and then Prince of Thieves is not seeing theirs this turn. Oh, Raiders have been
Yeah.
bought, by the way.
What?
I don't know how significant that is in G League, but for me, that's a big thing.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen it before.
So Raider gets a bit of a bad rap.
Prince this could just be a marquee in hand instead of a raider, and then you'd be having 2 turns. Yeah.
That is
Okay.
true. That is the opportunity cost.
Yeah. The slight opportunity cost. And they discarded copper. Yeah, it's not a good card.
So speaking of opportunity cost, I think Shop isn't very good here, and the reason Shop isn't great here is because Conclave is
Oh
pretty
yeah.
mandatory, and Shop and Conclave they fight over targets.
Yeah, I
So
was thinking
possibly Shop is
you
a good
can
skip here.
you can try and do both, and just it's like another non-terminal, but shop is a fake non-terminal with Conclave. It's true. So yeah, really, you can only play the the forum as a village, and that's it. So it's not
Yeah,
that strong.
yeah. I guess I mean you're right. You can have one shop, but so long as you see a Conclave with that shop, and then it doesn't count as an extra thing, as you say. Yeah.
Yeah, a gold. Yeah, I mean,
So yeah, this is quite a lot of shops.
yes, it is. It is true.
They'll combo nicely with Maelstrom later, hopefully.
Get all the shops to get rid of all the shops. See, like, yeah, this is too many terminals.
Oh boy.
I'm surprised by no relic yet.
Yes, Relic does seem to be the good non-terminal attack in this kingdom.
Yeah, Like, yeah, just overread her entirely. Which I mean, that's not unusual, I guess.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Yeah, I like Relic. It's you could kind of consider it as like a cantrip 2 coins in the sense that you're instead of drawing itself, it deprives your opponent of a draw. But it's even better than that because you're targeting them at kind of the most crucial part of their turn where they want to be drawing most reliably.
Yeah, and here where
Yeah, I
the
rate
order
Relic.
really matters with the because you want to match things up with Conclave. It's yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
a province though.
Oh, a
Is
province.
that reliable?
Oh,
Are we
that
at that
feels a little
stage?
early, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I couldn't see us being there.
When there's forum as well, so you always have the extra buy.
Yes.
I mean, they're going for it.
Yeah, you've got Marquee if you want to build, and there's Duke as alt VP, so yeah, no reason to be greeting early. But yeah, these decks don't feel reliable enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, forum is a good card.
Yeah, Forum is a good card.
There's only one in the game. The raider on the outpost turn is kind of interesting. You get the 3 coins immediately.
Oh, true, true. Don't even need to run a pair of them.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you kind of have to province back here because you're not really getting to double province anytime soon.
I mean, I guess say one thing for Raider. Say that it does deprive your opponent of Maelstrom if you're buying it.
I mean, it's-
Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Well, it does if you play it before your outpost turn and then Maelstrom on the outpost turn. But I feel like this is slightly over engineering. But
oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's the tools are in this game at least. You can make it happen.
All right, more forum bought by Prince of Thieves. Big fan.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when you've given yourself this point cushion, I guess now, and you're happy to be the one to initiate trading with the building again because it's just gonna if you both increase your consistency, you're already the one ahead, so it's probably gonna favor you.
Yes. It's worth noting there's only been one journeyman bought as well, and I feel like Marquis probably suffers a little bit from Conclave being the village in this kingdom. Conclave is a hand size reducer. So
Yeah,
already if you're playing Conclave into Marquis from a 5 card hand, you're only getting 3 cards from the Marquis. So what's normally like a huge amount of card draw in this kingdom, not so much. Whereas Journeyman's a good one to kind of ramp up into that. So I think, yeah, certainly before Provinces are bought, I think both players would benefit from that.
and I don't actually think there's any other way to increase hand size. So like it's Marquee is like
Well,
never going to be more than 3 cards. It's true.
yeah. I mean, I suppose you could use a pair of cargo ships to kind of beef it up a
Okay,
little. Cargo
but
ships kind
yeah,
of difficult because it doesn't work with Conclave as well, though, doesn't it? Though.
yeah. There's just a lot of awkward interactions here that are not really.
Oh, this is so awkward. We love our finicky villagers.
Yeah, this is up there. This is up there.
Absolutely. They'll be talking about this one for a while.
In the legends. I don't know. It feels like MJVville's deck is not enough better to come back from 2 provinces down. I think Prince of Thieves should have this one.
No, I agree. And it was Prince of Thieves that had the early outpost, wasn't it? So perhaps
Yeah,
they've built a bit bigger, it would seem.
yeah. It kind of just allowed to accelerate the game quicker than you might otherwise have wanted to because their deck was already so far ahead of MJVville anyway.
Oh, good grief, that's another province.
That that is quite the. I mean, it wasn't even that good a draw. It's just good enough.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, Journeyman getting through to your money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is it. And so yeah, I mean, you do look at the decision early on for MJVville to trash 3 things instead of taking the outpost. I think that was the key difference. And especially when you have the forum option anyway, you can kind of get pseudo thinning if you really want it.
I also kind of want to look at the shop distribution.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention enough. You said it, I was like, oh yeah, there's a lot of shops, and then I was just accepting that people have a million shops for some reason. I mean, 14 shop conclaves without any other village, and one other cantrip. There's got to be too many of those things.
Yeah, I think red has 4 to blue's 3, which yeah, seems a bit awkward. Seems a bit awkward.
But it is also that the decks aren't that clean, and you're not really drawing, so they have a reasonable chance to not overlap with each other. But you can
Yeah,
probably,
that's
in an
true.
ideal world, build to a better deck than what they have. So
It's a bit unfortunate when you start hoping that you're not going to draw well, so that your shops are.
yeah, at that stage you might need to reanalyze. It's true. We're not getting there though.
7. It's not quite
Yeah.
there. Oh, that's also 7.
Oh my god. I mean, the duchies are enough, but how many points is this? 9, 15? As long as Prince of Thieves doesn't buy any other victory cards, MJVville can do it.
Well, don't forget the Duke pile.
Oh, okay. I will. I'll forget about that. It's your job to remind me.
that's your prerogative.
How many duchies? Well, that was 3 points, so it's 5 for MJVville?
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's 5 versus 3, is it?
I mean, as long as Prince of Thieves doesn't build back up to province, then
Oh, MG seems to be. Honestly, I think they've both played
okay.
money, and possibly MJVille doesn't have as much cash in their deck, which I think
Yeah,
often kind of becomes important when it comes into a money slog.
there's one. You're at least sitting a copper. Yeah, there's just not a big enough difference in the decks to come back 12 points.
No, I think I agree. And that's a lovely draw from Prince of Thieves.
Okay,
Gets them there for the
okay.
province.
We've made it. Yeah, I mean, it was a tough kingdom, though. Like, I don't think I would have been entirely confident in making a plan there.
No, absolutely. And the shops are really tempting. Like, often shops are nice. It's kind of, it takes a bit of looking to realize that shopless conclave is a bit upsetting in the way they interact with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, and then realizing that there's only one other cantrip to play with them.
Yeah. So, looks like we've got another kingdom.
Here we go. We have a village. That's good.
We have the new Band of Misfits.
Oh
When did
boy.
that come out?
Like
Non-duration.
this week at least.
No throne room variants though. We've got
Yeah,
2 out of
Band
3
of
of
Misfits
the.
Tide Pools is the same, isn't it? It's not different.
I was going to say we've got 2 out of 3. Sorry, it's not quite the same because Band of Misfits can't play titles anymore. But we don't have the combo Band
Oh,
of
right.
Misfits plus Throne Room plus Tide Pools, which would be giving
Yes.
extra double labs out of it.
I was still thinking that you could still play play it for the bad version because it came up in a
Right.
game where you could play Tide Pools or Landing Party, and Burning Skull tried Tide Pools just to see if it worked favorably, and it doesn't. So this one is not
Oh
really.
no.
You never wanted to do it anyway, really. Tide Pools immediately. I'm not sure I've seen a Tide Pools
Tide
open
Pools.
before.
I don't hate it, to be honest. Tide Pools gets a bad rap because it's a bit scary discarding at the start of your turn. You want to be reliable at the start of your turn. But at the same time, it is kind of, if you think about it, it's like a over 2 turns forum. And we know that forum's a good card.
Yeah, when the other option is
Only
Bard,
left
I can
gold.
kind of respect it. Bard is not the most exciting thing here.
turn 2 Leprechaun scares me a little.
That is
That
bold.
looks like someone that wants to embrace the hexes for some golds. Uh, I probably wouldn't even buy Leprechaun ever. Like, I think Band of Misfits just plays it quite nicely. Like, you
Yeah.
have a couple of them, and then you have a Leprechaun whenever you need to, when you have 7 cards down.
If you've not built with silver and you're not, so you don't want to take a merchant, maybe at some point you take a leprechaun. But even then, yeah, there's changeling, so you're kind of taking changeling on the threes. So yeah, Band of Misfits does its job pretty well here.
Yeah, I would say so. And Wandering Minstrel's been kind of overlooked here a bit. I think Wandering Minstrel is the real power card of this kingdom.
I mean, they haven't bought terminals yet, really, so it's not the craziest decision. But yeah, I feel like you'd rather be going for
Okay.
the rabbles instead of the minions, so that you can then put in minstrels, so that you can draw reliably.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Or yeah, just go straight for the bands. I'm not so MJVville got the band. Who got the rabble? Also MJVville. So they have the more drawing oriented deck, and Prince is going for the minions.
Yeah, it looks like Prince is going for minion stack, doesn't it? With Leprechaun Golds.
Herbalist over the Leprechaun.
Oh my. We're just doing some kind of gold scheming deck here.
And I mean, yeah, here what you can take a 4 and a 3 is probably better than a 5 and a 2. Herbalist
I
is
mean, you've
not
got.
a power card.
Right. So, what's not a power card?
Herbalist.
Yeah, I mean, it is the plus buy on this kingdom, I think, or the reliable plus buy at least. But agreed, it's not the impact
Yeah, I
of
mean, I guess you
attacking
don't really
creatures.
want to be playing band, does it? But I think it would still be better there to take a minstrel, and when minstrel is so good, you're very happy to take a 4
Minstrel
and a
is
3
so
here.
good. I think Minstrel Merchant could be a bit difficult because with Merchant, you really want to play your silver, and I don't see much in the way of trashing. I don't think I see anything in the way of reliable trashing on this board. So if you're doing a Wandering Minstrel strat, I suppose you'll probably rabble into your treasures at the end of it all, won't you? Yeah, it's just Wandering Minstrel rabble, isn't it?
Yeah,
And rabble's really going to hurt someone playing a minion stack, I reckon, or at least I hope.
that should be true. It's much harder to draw back into your other minions when they're all getting discarded off the top.
Indeed. And because there's no trashing, there's going to be estates to top deck with rabble
Mm.
if you play enough of them.
But no, yeah, we do see the the downfall of not having a herbalist. Well, I mean, this is only 7. This should probably be a rabble, I guess, considering you've only got 1. But then you only have 1 village, and you have this changeling to play. I think this should be rabble and a minstrel. Just keep getting the draw cards.
Yeah, I agree. In fact, maybe a rabble and a band of misfits.
Oh, that's yeah, clearly better. The minstrels are not really piling anytime soon.
I mean, in another world, I think probably
Yeah,
they would, but
you're pretty safe here.
not today. Engine building, Satan.
I mean, just generally, minion is harder to play without trashing, I guess. Like this minion deck is not really building anything.
Yeah, I feel like minion stack maybe isn't the deck here. Um,
I mean, that's a good. Okay, the province has got to be way too early.
oh yeah, I mean with rabble, it's just
You can. I mean, even taking 2 minions there is a lot better
oh for sure, for sure.
if you want to keep trying to make this deck work. But yeah, this is
Yeah,
MJVville just has so much time to keep building.
yeah. So yeah, and MJVville does seem to be doing the kind of village smithy engine.
Yeah.
Big fan.
At some point, you want to see the herbalist, but when they're not drawing deck, I guess it's just not really necessary. And the changelings are doing good work as well.
Yeah, they are.
I guess, yeah, the payload is not that big, so Prince can kind of argue that MJ is not getting to double province anytime soon. But I mean, I also don't think Prince is reliably provincing in any way to try and force the endgame anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think in terms of payload, Leprechaun is going to be the one that generates it with your building to
Yeah,
double.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, MJ just hasn't got to the
Yeah, for
reliable
sure. I
7
think we'll
cards
play
yet.
gap. But I think they're doing the right kind of things.
Yeah. You discard a gold off the top. Yeah, it's like, even when you're
Just needs a
having a
lot
bad
more.
turn.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh,
Okay, well, that's quite the draw.
yeah. I don't think Prince of Thieves is going to be too upset with that.
It'd be impressive if MJ got to the minion this turn, though. They do have one. I mean,
Oh, we
this is
could
a
be
lot of
seeing a
draw.
Leprechaun turn. We could be seeing a Leprechaun turn.
You're gonna have to play it terminally, unless you draw a village here, yeah. I mean, maybe you're happy to do it anyway. I don't know, you have to make the
Oh,
choice.
yeah. Yeah,
I
it's a
guess you
choice.
do it, because you
Yeah.
can't really... There's not really much better to hope for when you only have the one buy.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, you could have found the minion, but I guess you don't know Prince has the good draw, so it's like...
That's true, that's true.
Not out of
Oh,
province.
counterpoints.
You can't be scared of the other person provincing. You gotta believe in the build here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's like it is scary when Prince of Thieves has so many minions in the deck, has so many ways to province, but it's just not reliable. It's
Yeah.
just like this is a 3 card hand, a 3 coin hand. Oh, I mean, you can
Yeah, I mean,
discard.
to be fair, it's what, turn 14 now? So I guess we've taken our time building up our engine, sadly. I'm trying to think how that was. But perhaps we're focusing on maybe not the correct build order.
I mean, it is also an expensive engine when you're trying to get bans and you're trying to get rabbles.
That's true, that's true.
It
But I
should,
mean, I think, yeah, maybe some Wandering Minstrel cycling earlier. I guess you're getting minion attacked as well, so that does factor.
but I mean, it's like I'm trying to think when they refused Wandering Minstrel because there's not that many bards or merchants in play or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe there were earlier opportunities that I just didn't see. I mean, even when they took the first rabble, that could have just been a band. Like it's probably, I guess it's probably better to play minstrels and rabbles by themselves.
Yeah, that's a hard call to make. Possibly the band is useful for being able to. Hmm, I was going to say to have herbalist from it, but
I also went to say that
yeah.
earlier, and then I'm like, well, maybe you don't want to be playing your 5 cost card as a 2 cost card, but
Well,
sometimes it calls for it.
time and a place, time and a place.
Yeah,
Oh, hello. We've reached double.
that is a turn. You've got to be thinking that MJ's got the better deck at this stage
Yes.
and the point lead.
Oh, does Prince trigger the shuffle? Oh, they do. No fair.
You could have just province there.
Yeah, but
A
why
bold
deprive
move.
yourself of your two herbalist
You two
discard
herbalist
plan?
deck, not even just just deck in general.
To be fair, Rabble's probably going to be. Oh, maybe that's all the help Rabble's giving you.
I mean, I still don't think you. I don't think this needs to be Duchy. Well, okay, you've got 18 cards in your deck. Maybe it is.
It's Heracubist asking about how kind of order versus chaos in your builds, and
It would. What do you mean in relation to this kingdom?
sorry, 1 second.
order from the
Yeah,
village
so I was
smithy?
just going to say that, just a bit about myself. I was just going to put myself into this conversation. I think I scored one of the highest for order, so as in like trying to build the engine over anything else all the time. So when you say, having faith in the build, it really is faith, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you're saying that way, it's definitely faith. Different levels of faith in the builds.
Or more wishes for MJVville if they get down to them.
I mean, the minion cycling definitely makes it more likely. Did they do a full shuffle since the duchy? Yeah, I guess so. It didn't have to be a duchy. I was right. The deck is there's still a lot of good
You
cards in this
were
deck.
right. Ooh, that's painful.
Okay, but that's not a pro. If that had been a province, then maybe it was a little scary, but
True, true.
it should still be fine. Okay, that's.
Oh, save me, minion. Oh no.
What is happening?
Say, that's the question.
What just I thought this was like a real deck engine. It built it. It was going to be comfortable, but something's happened here that's made it go wrong.
Well, I think Prince of Thieves has got back into a shuffle again.
Still not hitting province though. No one can get back to it. You don't play that rabble. It's a bold
Not playing
choice.
at all.
Even if you draw badly, you're still hitting. You're still attacking the other player. Wow, this has gone off the rails so quickly.
Wow, and Prince of Thieves is really threatening to steal this one.
Are we just gonna pile on Duchy to the States?
I could not rule it out at this point. Oh, a lovely hand you have that MJ Bill.
Yeah, it's
Shame if something happened to it.
okay.
Although this
This
is
is a
quite nice
hand.
too. But man, those
You
points.
you
I
can't
guess.
ever double province, so I mean you just single province and hope, I guess.
Well, I don't know. Maybe MJVille can double this turn.
I just think there's so much so much green in the deck at this stage.
Oh, but I'm wandering. Oh, believe in Wandering Minstrel at least.
That's true, it's true.
If you don't believe in the engine, at least believe in Wandering Minstrel.
If there's any engine component you want to believe in, it's Minstrel. The gold standard of building. Um, this is it.
Yeah, this isn't double.
It's not. It's. I don't think you can discard with the minion. I think that would be crazy.
That yeah. There's belief and there's belief.
Yeah.
We
You
can
can take
equalize on
an estate.
37.
Yeah. And I mean we can see Princess okay.
Ooh, but
I mean so just
I'm not
like
sure what you even hope for from Bard there.
yeah.
Like even a forest gift is just going to be the same. Oh, that's not 8.
Yeah, like it's cause the deck okay,
Oh, and
well,
that's the
there we
game.
go.
That is game.
I was gonna say the estates were gonna be really important here because no one's hitting it. But Prince of Thieves just got there anyway.
Yes. I didn't believe, but Prince of Thieves did.
Yeah, I mean Minion is still a real card. even if you even if you think the engine is good, it's still if you don't play it right, it can still be tough to beat out the pure minion.
Yes, true. You never know which half of your deck you're going to see in your Starling hands, do you?
Yeah, it's a lot more fluctuating.
Well, now we have Orchard to really enforce the engine.
and about a million villages. So
Oh, absolutely. That's Highwayman.
there's an engine to play. Is there
Absolutely.
a non-engine to play? I mean, not really. You really are kind of forced into it here.
You can say that.
I may have been
Well,
proved wrong. Avoid probably helps money decks more than engine
I don't
decks.
know. I think a void is quite nice for an engine deck because you reach the end of your shuffle a lot more often.
That's true. That's true.
But I mean, to be fair, the engine deck has Highwayman every turn. Possibly you're just building something with Highwayman that does a lot of crossroads draw.
Yeah, Highwayman being the only draw, it's got to be what you want.
Yeah,
The
well,
open,
there's
the open
crossroads
is
as well.
okay, but that's like
I
quite challenging.
I'm not gonna lie, I really like Secret Passage as an open. I
I
think
think I
it's not too far off a lab in the early game, given that you bottom deck a fate or something and it misses the shuffle.
it's definitely not crazy, but I think I'm going double silver. I think I just
Oh,
much rather be trying to hit
I mean
Highwayman.
that's your prerogative, Barman10. And
Highwayman
yeah,
is what you
I
want.
don't judge you at all. It seems reasonable.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think Secret Passage silver for me, for myself.
the
Secret
snowy
Passage
is
Crossroads is a
crazy.
question. A snowy, good grief.
In the open is and a crossroads. This is a lot of village. Even when there is so much village, you must resist the temptation to village.
Yeah. Well, Prince of Thieves is playing with plus buy this game. Well, to be fair, no, they did have plus buy in the last game. I shouldn't say stuff like
They
that.
were the one with more plus buy, yeah.
That's true. They had quite the heavy list. Secret Passage Herald, that's a thing.
Yeah, I mean, when Prince doesn't have a silver, it's so hard to hit 5. Like, one of these 4s has got to be a silver eventually, I think. Does MJ have 2 5s already? Wow. And another.
Yeah. So Merchant Guild, it feels a bit early, doesn't it? There's a
Yeah.
Galleria and Highwayman have also been bought. Is that 3
Hey,
fives out there?
what? This is the bar of silver.
And MJVille has all of them.
Yeah.
I think he's just kind of, got a diverse
A Duke
portfolio.
next? A Duke next?
Mm.
Get all the 5s first.
Well, yeah, and there's Duke, which even rewards you for buying fives.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta put more highwaymen in. Why? What? What is this? That's that's something. I think the
I
highwayman's
like it.
better, but I respect it.
Well, I mean, he already has a highwayman, and he needs villagers.
Maybe I'm getting tripped up with how many villages Prince has. It's always hard to separate the two decks when when you don't own one of them.
Sure.
I don't know. I just think you want to spam highwayman as much as possible until you're drawing it, or until you're really. I mean, yeah, when you already have a gallery and a merchant guild, I guess I'm kind of failing to consider that because I'm just assuming that I'm only buying highwayman.
I mean, MJville's done quite nicely for kind of terminal separation in their draws so far.
Mm,
But then again, farmland really rewards you for over terminaling, doesn't it? Because if
that
you
is true.
end your turn with a terminal in hand, you buy a farm hand, and you get that extra action in a sense.
Yeah, these are all
So
cards
Galleria here,
you're happy to do.
nice plus buy.
Yeah, it works. You get a free herald, I guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no to a free herald.
There's not many who would. Or you can do
Oh,
it
we're
this way
looking
as
at
well. Yeah,
getting
that's
farm
fair.
hunting.
Use the coffer. That's got to be highwayman. I'm just gonna keep saying it the whole game. One highwayman is not enough. I still don't. The
Yeah,
Prince of
I
Thieves has
don't
just one
think.
silver.
I'll be honest. I don't think farmhands is good in Prince of Thieves deck. I think they should just be focusing on heralds and secret passages for now, until they hit 5, of course.
Or another silver. One, they're not hitting 5 yet, so I think another silver would be fine. This should be a 5. You would hope.
Yeah, it looks pretty 5-ish, doesn't it?
But you're 5 5s behind, so I don't know. I'm not sure how much it matters.
That's true. Yeah, it feels like MJVille's a bit bigger built for sure. Farmhands, highwaymen, it's going to be drawing.
Yeah. And there's so many points with Orchard.
Yeah, yeah. You want to build big here?
Like there's okay, there's like 4 cards you can spam. in Farmhands, Herald Highway, and Secret Passage. I guess that's already a good starting point for Orchard, and you can end up with more of the others as well if you really build the full way.
So, I think Prince of Thieves turned down a free avoid there,
Oof.
which I think they're going to regret, or maybe not regret if they didn't think of it.
It's I find it hard enough to keep track of. I mean, events in general, but $2 events. But then you throw in avoids only being useful like half the time at most, or like the
Right?
full time at most. But like in a deck like this, maybe a quarter of the time. It can be very hard to keep track of. But that it just rewards it all the more, being aware of when you
No, for
can.
sure, for sure. No, absolutely. Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's so easy to miss it, overlook it. And I'd even forgive a bit of tilt if your opponent was like 5 fives ahead of you.
Yeah, it's one of the things I always try to keep in mind is not putting too much thought in when you're so far behind.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do at this stage. I mean, it's definitely still worth playing on here, but
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
should be
I
hoping for
mean,
the comeback.
yeah. I don't hate the heralds. I feel like herald's a good card here.
Yeah, Prince has all three. Yeah, so that's definitely something in their favor. I
I
think
mean, if
Prince
we
has all
just
three.
replace these heralds with lost cities and said, "Wow, it's basically one, right?" Then suddenly, it looks a lot more even.
And MG provinces gives you time to build more if you can
Oh,
cope being behind in
yeah.
points.
It does feel a bit early again, I would say.
Yeah.
Is that a copper buy?
What? In a no trashing deck. That's a bold move.
It came with two coffers, I assume.
I think it was just the one.
Oh, it came with just the one. You're quite right. Yeah, my bad.
Not really worth it. Hard to fight that battle to say a copper for one extra coin is good.
Yeah. I think not even the copper strategists might get behind that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, again, it's like this. If this is province, I might cry. Do not
Yeah,
use two
indeed.
coffers to province here. Okay, good. Well played.
At the same time, I don't think Farmhands is the right buy either. I don't think Farmhands is as good as, say, Secret Passage in this deck.
I was trying to give them something. Okay.
True, true. No, of course.
It's rewarding. I
It was
mean,
it was
the
the most
crossroads is kind of interesting as well to
great
try and do
color
this
of
other
card, I
draw.
would say.
Yes. Although I would say orange is maybe the right color.
Oh, yes, yes. Oranges are ripe for the picking. But MJVille does seem to be screaming ahead.
So, Prince has crossroads and farmhands and heralds, so they can still get. I think I would guess they're the one with two merchant guilds. That's more points, and there's still secret passages. So yeah, this is definitely not over yet. But this has
No,
to not
for
be
sure,
province.
for sure.
Well done. Well
And
done.
it isn't. Excellent.
Um, another snowy. It's probably fine, but I mean, you can just put another herald in, and it's probably better.
Yeah, Snowy's a bit risky with the heralds, isn't it?
That's also true.
It's not quite herald tactician. I'll give it that. Oh, but MJVille does seem to be closing out.
At this stage, it's hard to. I mean, it's still there. It's still possible. You still got so much um big payload potential from Merchant Guild that
But
I'm really I'm very impressed with the
no,
restraint
that is true. That is
to
true.
try and win it out with the building because you can't win on the province wins.
Yeah, there's a lot of good points in favor of the engine build. There's orchard points. There's duke points. You just have to. There's time really.
If this can be another Merchant Guild, I don't even know. I'm assuming there's one down here. Oh, but then you don't get to play it. Wow.
Yeah, that's a bit sad.
I think they might. What is? Oh, 7, 8? No, it is a province. Okay. 10
Uh,
behind.
yeah, the real tragedy of buying province is it just shortens your clock.
Wow. Okay. MJ does
You're
manage to hit
playing
it there. Okay.
against someone, yeah, province each turn. That's basically costing you a turn for your superior engine.
Okay. That's actually interesting as well. The merchant guild giving so much consistency from the coppers, because 3 coffers is like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
almost impossible not to hit
that is true. Tokens are strong. If Renaissance taught us anything,
it. A valuable lesson, to be sure.
to be sure, to be sure,
To be sure.
to be sure.
Yeah. There's just not. Yeah. I don't entirely hit the province, but it is just like there's never really going to be enough time. You probably still have to, even at that stage, keep hoping that your engine eventually hits some crazy peak and you can buy a lot of duchies and dukes.
True, true.
But it's very hard to it's very hard to have that faith still. I mean, yeah, just generally the takeaway from this game is terminal draw is very good, and there's not been enough of it here.
Yeah, and also avoid. Um,
Yeah,
MJVille bought avoid 10-2, which we kind of glossed over a bit.
I didn't notice it entirely. So yeah, that was a big reason behind the so many fives at the start. That was a
Yeah,
fair move.
they got a Galleria and they shuffled it in 10-3. They
Yeah, yeah, gold on essentially what's the start of the second shuffle is. It's definitely not a bad card to have.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, much as we like to make fun of the build, I think there was certainly some skillful play there.
To be sure.
To be sure, to be sure.
It at least makes the match more interesting though. We go to 2-1. Well, okay. I mean, assuming we get there. Shouldn't speak quite too soon, but I think we can assume.
It's not quite there yet, is it?
I also didn't check the table. Prince of Thieves on 5 and 7, and MJ on 3 and 3. So Prince of Thieves went back to 7 and 7. So now MJVille is the only one with the positive. Oh no, they lost 2. So they're both just below 50% at this stage. So they are very tight in the table.
Ooh, should make for an exciting match.
You would hope. And yeah, I mean they've been like each game has been like won by one player and been in control pretty much the whole time, but it's not like they've been dominating. Whoa.
True, true.
Prince of Thieves staring at the province here.
And looks like win in hand. And boy, is it win in hand.
10 coppers. The power of Merchant Guild. Yeah, Orchard made that one more fun because it kept Prince in with a chance for a lot longer.
Yeah, it did, it did.
6 crossroads is impressive. And they did do some
Yeah, that's
drawing.
a lot of crossroads. We have a new kingdom. Oh, pillage lurker. Is that a thing? That sounds like it's a thing.
I guess so. I'm not sure if it's enough of a thing.
Well, looking at the rest of the board, I don't see a lot in the way of draw in your action phase.
Yeah, it's well, there's Citadel. The horses come
There is
from
Citadel.
I can't oh the hostelry, which is also not really horse
There is
draw.
Yeah, it's kind of more copper sifting, isn't it?
Yeah. Um. So,
Players
so what does
lamenting the lack of trash. I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, who needs trashing?
They've had it. They've had it rough. We have lurker trashing, but it's just not the same.
What do you mean? I love trashing my estates with Lurker. Lurker, inheritance estate tech.
So yeah, Oasis, pretty reasonable opener given the lack of trashing.
Harbor Village is nothing.
Harbour
Harbor Village
Village.
is not doing anything in your deck here.
I don't think I like that. I suppose we need to think at some point about the deck we're building, and it feels like it's probably just going to be a figurine heavy deck, isn't it? I mean, particularly if we're just taking early chances.
Um, I'm trying to think what that deck does, and it probably just does enough with charms and golds compared to what else you can do. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think something that uses charms and figurines, and then uses charms to acquire more fives.
Yeah, I mean, even just as a baseline, charm being allowing you to pick up an extra charm or figurine is already powerful. And if you think
For
your deck
sure.
can find action cards, then you can put one of the other things in as well.
Hmm.
Mining Road. Um, does that work? Does this work? Do you get an
Ooh,
extra card from charm?
it's all on the gain, isn't it? So yes, I think you can. I think they
But they
could have
didn't.
gained a 5 there.
The next time you gain a card,
Ah, you're right. Maybe that doesn't hit it then.
it's making me think it doesn't. But I would
Yeah,
not
I think you're
be
right,
confident.
actually. Yes.
It feels like it should work, but not quite there.
No, you're quite right. Yeah, I think the next time you gain during a game trigger, doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, a
So
merchant guild.
yeah, it feels like there are some interesting actions here that are just going to be very difficult to get to play unless they're in your starting hand if you're going heavy on the figurine draw.
Yeah, I can't because there's no gainers as well, so it's even harder to get the pseudo draw from hostelry to try and have big turns.
Yeah, I mean, you have Lurker, I guess, but it's as you say, it's not easy gaining, and particularly when there's so little draw.
Yeah. So MJ has both charms, but no figurines yet. Will this be a figurine? Will anyone be brave enough to try the treasure engine?
The treasure engine. I I think there's something there for sure.
A gold. Yeah, yeah, it's fair. Because I mean, yeah, it's harder to take the figurine when you have the mining road because you don't. That just doesn't really work.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Although I'm not sure how good the lurkers are in your deck. As long as the other person doesn't have one, I guess it works.
That's true. I mean, being able to lurk a hostelry would be quite nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you probably just do you? I mean, what else are you doing here? Yeah, they do go for it.
Oh, they're going for lurker pillage. It's happening.
It's it's the exciting interaction on this kingdom, and it's maybe gonna do something. What it's discard any card that you want. Yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah. When there's no trashing. There's no terminal draw. It should be as long as you get to play it at some number of times, it should be a worthy buy. And we hit it. We get the
Ooh,
mining
was
road
that
copper
worth
tech.
gaining a
Nice.
copper for? That may have been worth getting a copper for.
I'm totally for that. Yeah, I think Citadel should be great here.
Yeah, for sure.
Even if it's just a card action per turn, that's already great. or you can,
Yeah,
you know,
as well as the
play a
powerful
lurker
card.
twice.
Yeah. Lurker as a gainer suddenly becomes a lot more viable.
Yeah.
So, what do you play here with your first Citadel play? Probably just Harbour Village, I think.
Yeah, when there's already a card in the trash.
Because you kind of want to play your Lurker after you've drawn cards, if you can.
Yeah. I mean, this is work, and you know, you're still the only one with a lurker. But yeah, I think you just appreciate
Yeah.
the extra card more.
No, having the exclusive Lurker right certainly makes it stronger.
Harbor Village there. It's just like there's just you're not really building to playing anything.
Yeah. I mean, I think you have to squint pretty hard to see Bizarre there.
Yeah. Like you can, if they line up with the merchant guilds, then you're kind of doing something. But if not, then it's pretty sad.
Mikkelsen asks, how does this end? And my money is on someone resigning because they've just got pillaged one time too often.
No, I don't think okay, these players. It's try not to say it, sounding really evil. I think they. I mean, I do it too, but just play until the end, no matter how evil the pillage is. I mean, I also don't think. I mean, they're not cycling that much, so even if you lurker the pillage back out, it's not like you're getting to play it that often. You didn't even take it there. You don't take your pillage back. Is that not the whole plan? Oh, you played it twice. Sorry, my bad. Citadel is good. I mean, it could just end with pillage doing enough anyway, just giving MJVille the much better turns in general. This could be a figurine. Oh, we see it. It's happened. I'm not. I mean, they're definitely still behind. I mean, even regardless of the draw, yeah, MJ just has way more payload in the deck, and the harbor villages can occasionally trigger. I mean, who's not a big fan of it? They did open Harbor Village without an Oasis. I mean, that's a figurine. Okay, it's from a province. It's not really a purposeful figurine. Yeah. I mean, some of the hostelries have been okay from the lurker, but mostly the decks have been struggling. You get another pillage. It's just pillaging time. That's the big difference from Village Big Money here is we have infinite pillages. Which you seem to be reluctant to take. You do not want. I mean, you just trashed it for yourself, no? I don't know what else. I mean, surely trashing two cards has got to be worse. It's not letting you gain. Citadel Lurker Bug. Do you have to click the trash or something? I mean, I guess they can't see us talking. I'm not. I mean, I assume it would work if you click the trash. Like, if you click the trash, does it become an interactable menu with Lurker out? Is it worth trying to message one of them? or is that frowned upon? I mean, I don't think pointing out a client mistake is that. I mean, I'm not. Yeah. Uh, I'll try message one. Yeah. Um, you do still have the more lurkers, so it shouldn't entirely matter as long as you get to both of them before this shuffle.
Yeah, agreed.
Were you talking at all there? You seem to disappear.
No, no, I was just watching.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
That's a
yeah,
lot. That's a
I
lot.
agree. Citadel horse is quite nice.
Yeah. Prince has never hit it. At least I assume not.
It's pretty hard when you're playing with the worst 4 out of 5 of your cards. I'm not
Yeah.
sure I necessarily agree with the extra leopard play over the extra horse play. Prince of Thieves is
Plan
yeah,
is not working out accordingly.
they do seem to be recognizing the deficiency of their position.
Yeah.
They do hit 8 and get Citadel.
Yeah, it's gonna still be worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
You have a nice hand, but MJ's is probably nicer. I mean, I say that there's 3 villages in one terminal, so it's still like not doing so much.
So that's an interesting uh, play order. I think maybe I get that you want to play Harbour Village before your Oasis in order to get the coin from it, but I feel like you want to trigger that shuffle before discarding a copper into it. So I think Harbour
Yeah,
Village is a discard here, isn't it?
and you
Ultimately.
also you probably want the spoils in your deck. In this sort of deck, the spoils are probably doing stuff.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, being wary of what actually this shuffle is going to be is very important. But like this is good outcome in the end. I mean, I kind of would have liked to just see more figurine charm. Another pillage. 4 pillages are out. One has never seen so much pillaging. Another one. This is incredible. I mean, they're not particularly bad. I just, yeah, it's kind of opportunity gossip. You could be have had so many more figurines by this point and actually have some sort of drawing capability. Um, oh, you're getting this. Oh, it's just another village, actually. I'm not sure if they saw my message. Presumably not, because they didn't take the village. But yeah, more lurker. I mean, yeah, at this stage, the pillage pilot might happen. Because Prince is okay. They do have 10 coffers, but I mean, MJ can definitely steal province, so I think it's like pretty safe to just start trashing out the villages with this lurker if you want to.
Hello.
Hello?
Yes, think I'm back. Sorry.
It's good.
Hasn't taken.
Who doesn't love technical difficulties?
What have I missed?
Incredibly, you've missed more pillaging. I think we're seeing a pillage pilot.
Yeah, I mean, with Lurker in the game, I feel like, and Citadel Lurker no less. I mean, we're very close to a pilot here, I would say.
I mean, you don't even need to take these pillages. You just province, and then you're like infinitely safe, and then you've got so many lurkers to trash out these last 5 cards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this is another 2 gone. 10 coffers is a lot, but it's not really enough. You do hit double. I guess you go for it. Well, it's into the shuffle though, which is quite awkward.
Yeah, yeah. I think you have to play for having more time and therefore not double here.
But there's so
I
little
suppose you
time
get the
anyway,
figurines in. That's true. You get the figurines in.
and that is money from the extra
Well,
gains.
yeah, when it's coffers as well, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think you could have tried single and taken good cards with it, but I'm not confident.
I think I am a fan of Province. I wasn't sure to begin with, but I think given that it's the extra coffers that come with it, and you need to do something before these.
Before the supply disappears.
Yeah, exactly.
Village is bold. Prince of Thieves definitely has an opportunity now with 8 coffers. It does seem the pendulum does seem to be
Ooh,
swinging.
that's not quite double.
It's not. I'm not even sure you'd go for it if it was.
That's true. I probably wouldn't know. You're quite right.
I mean, how much do you know about MJ's deck? Because looking at this hand, it's apparently not very good. Yeah, I mean, now I'm feeling like Prince has it. I'm not sure if MJ had the
Looks like MJ's
opportunity
got a
to
pilot
go
here.
quick enough.
I don't know if it's necessarily a winning pilot though.
Yeah.
So Mining Road before Pillage will get them a spoils into play.
Oh, yeah. So you've 6,
But
8.
yeah, they can't pile out and score, I don't think. Oh no, they have. I mean, I don't think they
That's
can do it
true.
and province at the same time.
Denying the figurine here is, and you get to see this. That is, yeah, pretty
Yeah,
crucial information.
I mean, I guess you see that you can lurk something and lower piles here.
Um, so this is,
If you want to just take a province.
and you probably just do the estate as well.
Yeah, that seems entirely reasonable.
Is that enough to drop another pillage? Probably. You're still the one with the lurker advantage, so you still have more pile control.
Yeah, yeah.
There's nothing in the trash. Oh no, there is. No, I mean it's still not going to do anything though. You should
Oh,
just.
there's some of your trash is bugged too.
It's just it doesn't come up when they play the lurker. Yeah, I mean they're thinking about it, but I think it is the right play to trash the pillage.
Yeah, I think Brave is the play here.
Yeah, I mean you know that all they can do is hit 6. I mean I mean the other option is just do nothing, I guess, because nothing. Well, you could take a hostelry. No, but the horses aren't going to do anything either because it's so far away. Yeah, there's nothing else that really does anything.
So they've gained a village here, which is not what we were discussing.
Yeah, there's some distant world where you get back to it, but I mean it's like the best play if you're not brave enough to trash the village. So then it's fine. But
True,
yeah, it's
true.
just like you should be brave enough. Double duchy.
Ooh, double duchy.
Did you gotta
I think things like the penultimate province rule can be a bit ingrained sometimes, can't they?
Yeah,
Nevertheless, oh, is this going to be win in hand? I guess not.
no. I guess you play both villages.
Ooh. Yeah, J-Nail's absolutely correct. It would have been.
Yeah,
But this is a bit of a scary turn coming up from Prince of Thieves, right?
yeah. When you're tied on,
Maybe not scary. I don't think they can quite empty. And they're behind on points anyway, so that's fine.
this is almost. I mean, this is a draw.
Oh, sorry, yes, they do, because of Citadel, of course.
Yeah. Do you take the draw here? I don't even know. That's so hard to evaluate.
Uh, is it though?
Yeah, I guess. I guess you just
Feel
do
like
it.
surely, I think surely you take the draw.
Yeah, I'm too ambitious. I want to win. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. Here we go.
Ooh,
Will we have?
draw offer declined.
I mean, this is just so. No, it is a win. Yeah, because you just trash 3 cards and take a state.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's over.
MJ will see it and will take it away. Prince, they followed my lead and were too greedy in the end. We are all tied up.
Oh, exciting match.
Yeah, both players. Um, yeah, making good moves at certain points.
So for trashing on this board, we have the goat.
Oh boy, trashing aplenty and pillage. We've got pillage trashing.
Yes, we have village self trashing and peril self trashing.
Dominion, we
That's
have learned today, is
shepherd
a
stuff.
game without thinning.
We do have shepherd, so you don't necessarily
Okay.
want to get rid of your estates.
Yes. Yeah, that is the thing.
So yeah,
So I guess you're kind of forced into the shepherd deck.
honestly, I think the shepherd deck looks pretty good. I mean, if you get to building, then you can use artificer, I think, to set up your next turn somewhat.
That is true.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think I've
agreed.
ever
So I
played
think
it
you would
before.
know. And also, I guess if you're drawing deck, then things like bank become a lot of payload.
Yeah, well, there's a loot as well.
And yeah, loot too. But bank is a lot of payload.
Yeah, this should be big. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of coppers in the way.
I mean, yeah, but you do have hostelry.
I mean, I guess that, like, what is the other option? Because there's not really one, right?
I
It's
guess
just,
the danger of trying to set up shepherd turns too much is pillage potentially.
I think I,
Like if someone knocks your shepherd out, it's quite sad.
I guess. Yeah, big money sack of loot is, yeah, it's the other way. I mean,
Oh, I
you would
hope
want to back the shepherd against that, I think.
I think I
I
would.
would. But I mean, the three should always be silver. I mean, yeah, you can't really. I guess they're considering farmers market, but it just
I think
doesn't do anything.
sage is considerable here.
I
I yeah, like sage opens too much. But often it's like either having your other four again, or just being able to put your deck into discard.
yeah.
Farmers market as well.
Okay. You get the terrible draw. That's not good. But yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, that's not great if you have a shepherd and you have 7 cards.
They go Fortune Hunter. It's not. I mean, if you go for the,
So
I
we think
guess
we're
you
going to
just
fill
played.
this farmers market.
Okay, yeah. I guess MJ is doing big money here. Well, you don't hit 6, so I don't. You take a band. It's probably better than Artificer at this stage. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, I guess the band can just be a Fortune Hunter generally, if you still want to
4.
try and go sword. I mean, the MJ hasn't got Shepherd, so I don't know how much it will matter. Will they try and go for it now? It still seems better at this stage to try it than to keep building big money.
I
Building big
mean,
money is
yeah,
nothing.
I believe in it. I think,
Yeah, yeah.
but that
As
said, I don't think I've properly tried out this loot money.
Sage. I mean, Shepherd's just like. I mean, I think you're gonna find moments to put a state in as well with the loots. There's a sack. Okay.
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You look at the decks, and I mean, I guess this is a sack, and then they're pretty equal.
So MJVille discarding a copper here leans towards a shepherd play, perhaps, which is going to put 2 estates into their shuffle.
Probably worth it. This can just be more band. Yeah, I mean, I guess the Shepherd deck is easier to play when the bands are your Shepherds. Because then you can kind of rescue your turn in other ways if you need to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And yeah, it looks like they had decent stuff in the shuffle.
Insignia. I
Ooh,
feel like I
insignia looks
prefer
like it's going to be good.
another sack there before the bank.
Yeah, agreed. I think bank feels like something you use to kind of tie it off once you're drawing deck and have a lot of plus buy.
Yeah. I would like to see another victory card at some point. Sword Shield. Because you're putting all these bands in that can be Shepherds, but there's
Yeah.
still only the 4 cards to discard. Get to top deck stuff. Yeah. Insignia doing its job. Insignia is the second loot here. Definitely doesn't feel as bad because, yeah, the sword giving you the buy means you're perfectly fine with putting 2 bands on top.
Yeah, for sure.
What is this? This is 9. Like, this could be sack estate or bank estate is also fine. But I would like to see the estate. Come on, someone buy a green card. We're playing
I
Shepherds. We need
mean,
green.
yeah. I'm also looking a bit at hostelry.
Yeah.
Hostelry estate potentially. Doesn't look like MJVille's going for hostelry here.
I, yeah, it's definitely not crazy at least. I think I would have taken a treasure over it, but also he seems better than Artificer at least, yeah. Prince getting arena points. A province already. Okay, well, here we go. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good with the shepherds, and you still have sacks for continual building. The extra one is quite scary. Prize goat.
Yeah, it goes quite nice.
You get to play it here even.
Absolutely, you do.
Yeah, there's probably still enough time here that is it's pretty nice to see.
Yeah, prize goat probably the top loot here, isn't it?
Province back, yeah. Even maybe understate, yeah. Yeah, the greening becomes way more dynamic with Shepherd, I guess, because you can just continually put all the cards in. And with Sack, it's like you're not really stopping building either.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think this might be getting close to the loot money that Jane Else was describing.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's pretty hard to do that much, but
a
that is
lot of
nice.
work there.
It's got to be worse than a state at this point. Possibly at all points. I think it's so unlikely that you play Artificer to discard that you should just play it before the Shepherd. It's taking. No, you can just
Yeah,
practice
there's
that.
an argument for that, isn't there?
Province Estate.
Ooh, that's a difficult discard for Prince of Thieves.
Mm, that makes sense. They should still have enough to see this one out, but it's definitely not
Oh,
out of
yeah,
MJ's reach.
Sextant's doing a lot of work here for money.
Well, you
Oh no,
shouldn't.
I just
Don't.
got this greens.
that's that's not the
Take
play.
it from you.
Shepherd, a difficult card to get your head around.
Yeah, sad draw for MJVille there.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it should matter. I guess you just keep greening. Because Prince has no problem with it, so yeah, you're just gonna fall
Yeah,
behind if you don't.
keep on greening, baby. You know what time it is.
Yeah, this is pretty set in stone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, oh, it's still only 14 points between them. I don't know how good this turn's going to be for Prince. Oh, actually, it's going to be quite good for Shepherd, isn't it? Okay, yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah, because greening is keeps up your engine. It's like you're not really the one slowing down. If anything, you're the one speeding up.
Yeah.
What were they the one with the Prince opened Shepherd Farmers Market? Yeah, so Silver Fortune Hunter definitely had its advantages in speeding up the early game, or rather hitting price points. Prince actually had to discard the Shepherd in the opening as well, which is probably pretty sad.
Yeah, I mean, it looked from from turns 3 and 4 like it was going to be pretty bad for Prince when they draw 2 coppers and 3 estates at the end of turn 2. But yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
he got the sack earlier. I guess
and the
that's
early sack, yeah.
is that true? No, that's not true. I can't read a log. It's too difficult. Prince is winning. That's the takeaway.
No, you're quite right. It was MJVville that got the sack on turn 5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, and Prince got theirs on turn 6, so pretty much the same time.
Wow, this is a turn. This is a turn right here.
Yeah, that's
We finally got there.
yeah. Let's say the engine one.
Yeah.
This is looking quite enginey.
How many discards was that?
Oh,
6? That's pretty
so many
nice.
discarded greens alongside a shepherd. Not that it's going to be another turn to set up. And oh, we have picked it clean this time. The
Nice.
only points left on arena.
Impressive stuff. So yeah, that was the goal. The question is whether there was a way to get there earlier than what they did. But I mean, I think they played generally pretty well.
Yeah, I would say so for sure.
It was yeah in the micro that it like turn you can probably do better than turn 17, but they, you know, their decks looked good in the end.
Mm.
So they had 4 shepherds. You could probably have put at least one more in there. That's about it. Final game. Here we go.
So I'm kind of ignorant. If they tie this 3-3, is there going to be another game, or is that just 3-3?
It's just 3-3.
Just 3-3. Okay, got it. So what's happening here?
I think. Oh no, there is trashing. There's trashing.
Oh,
There's
there's
trashing. Rejoice.
crashing.
Deck the halls. We have a catapult.
Catapult and a transmute. Don't ignore transmute, of course.
Sorry, that's my mistake.
All right, moving on.
We've given transmute all the attention it deserves. Um, so what should we be doing? We should be doing catapult. We should be
So
doing probably a
draw,
weaver.
I think, is going to be the question here.
Oh, but there's joist.
I think Housecarl is draw, but there's not a lot of else.
Ooh.
Ooh, Daniels makes a point. Transmute gaining you things that you can turn into hasty animal fairs.
Does it? It gains a duchy, a transmute, or a gold.
Well, sure, but if it gains you a transmute and then you later on turn that transmute into an animal fair.
But how do you? Oh, all right. Okay.
By buying animal fair.
I see. I see. Yes, with animal fairs cost. That's something. Okay.
Prince of Thieves is on it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow.
I'm sorry, J. Ellis. I'm sorry. I know I'm disrespecting the cause. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think we had a single standard kingdom in this set where there's village draw and trash. That's too much to ask for.
Yeah, I think animal fair is definitely worth talking about because there are some pretty seriously important 8 cost price points here. I mean, you've got Citadel, that's the starts, but you also want province if you're going to be using Joust to try and get your draw in your deck. I feel like Housecarl should be a very important card in this.
Yeah. I mean, I think even there on turn 5 for MJ, it could have been an animal fair.
Mm.
Yeah, the 4 coins are pretty big. Like here again, you're not even going to get to play the Weaver, which should surely be. I, okay. You can discard it and play it. Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that better than taking an animal fair? Probably. Um, I guess you trash the estate there, yeah, because you want to put the silver in. That makes sense. I mean, Border Village does exist. You're correct, but it's what are you villaging for? Without it, I mean, you can village for to play animal fairs, but you know, there's no draw to get them into your hand, so it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, we have Border Village here for our edgier village enjoyers.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was a purposeful pun, right? I'm not going crazy.
Oh yes, there'll be more.
Okay, excellent. Transmute. Here we go. Here's the game truly beginning. Why did you not play a village?
It's a good question.
Yeah, okay. They forgot how many cards they were playing, I guess, because they were trashing a copper. You get to discard a Weaver again. It's crazy old map Weaver tech. Okay, this one should be Animal Fair. You've got nothing to discard now. No. Okay.
Oh my
We
gosh.
forgot Animal Fair exists. A bit of a blunder. But it's okay. There's Sunken Treasure. Sunken Treasure can get us the Animal Fairs instead.
Oh, it can, yes.
Man, I'm like, why are all these hands so bad? It's like, yeah, there's a discard attack. I guess that's gonna happen. Do you trash a copper here to get a transmute to trash your Animal Fair? Is that how I am working this out? Daniels, will you still word for them if they don't get another transmute? How committed do you have to be to getting transmutes all the time? We have a joist. Okay, we're quite far away from province. But I do like to see it go that direction. The rewards are definitely going to be worth it, as you say, the only draw.
Yeah, I feel like some good house card draws are going to be huge here.
How are they hitting it? They need an animal fair. This can be an animal fair. Don't play the Walled Village. Okay. Or you can just buy it anyway. It's probably the best play.
So, what do we reckon is the flavor behind Animal Fair's gain ability by trashing an action card?
Uh,
Are we just slaughtering them?
is it not just trading? Can we not say that?
Yeah.
Before you try to kill all your animals, let's I could just take that from you instead of you giving it away to the air.
Yeah. Slaps the roof of Weaver. Yeah, Weaver's worth at least an animal.
Have you seen how much this baby can weave?
Well, we've hit 9, and it's province apparently.
It makes sense with the joist.
Well, there is also Citadel.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Citadel is better, but I don't think it's crazy to take the problem.
Oh, for sure. No, I don't think so either. I just would have expected a pause, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not. What is happening here? You don't. What? Why do you not play the village? Oh, you have void.
They're on
Void.
their,
Sorry.
yeah, void then.
Pay attention. It's difficult. I mean, it could have just been an animal fair again, though, instead. That that doesn't count as a play. That's fair. Yeah, Citadel, void, good interaction. Transmute into Duchy. I don't think that's the path.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Again, it could have been Animal Fair. So many things could have been Animal Fairs, and they're not.
Time will tell if Jane Ells forgives POT for this.
If you're going to trash your transmute, you must do it for a good cause, such as a hasty animal fair.
I mean, that does seem to be the strategy.
It's a nice discard. Another joist. They're gunning for it. They've not got it yet, but these things will eventually collide. It's not this turn, though. Do you know what this waiver could have been? I have a, I
No,
have
please remind me.
a novel idea, actually. It could have, I've forgotten, actually. I don't know. Split as a waiver, I guess.
Yeah.
So much village. We have.
I mean, this could have been 8, couldn't it, with an alternative Weaver play. Oh, there we go.
Whoa! That was nice. Look, you're getting to play 2 animal cars. You've got no buy yet, which does make it kind of awkward. I mean, I guess they're just guaranteeing you hit 8, which is nice.
Yeah, it seems like a good price point here.
I've also just realized if you can get the animal fair on the voyage turn, it's probably pretty good. Or the turn before the voyage turn, I mean.
Yes, to get it played from out of hand in your voyage turn.
Yeah. Get the
Yeah, I guess it
instant
helps
4 points.
you see the cash area, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't, yeah, clocked whether there's been opportunities to do that. I mean, we said this should be an animal fair so many times. I'm sure one of them was on a pre-voyage turn.
Yeah, statistically, very likely.
Yeah. Different division lengths. I doubt it. I doubt it. I would imagine it's pretty clear curve though. MJ is 3/8 ahead, so it's looking pretty good. And I think I'm assuming that's the extra joist. Although this is probably a joist. No, a collection. Okay. No, yeah, that's the first collection. With how many weavers and stuff, and how many 4s you've been gaining. But then, yeah, you still want to hit joist province.
I mean, collection really wants you to collide collections, and you're not going to be doing that without draw.
Yeah. Just keep provincing. I mean, you don't even need prizes at this stage. It's looking like we're barreling towards the 3-all.
No, it's true. That is true. You have to wonder with Animal Fair whether, yeah, this was all unnecessary and just hitting 8 was the goal all along.
Yeah, especially when there's joist. And the first hitting 8 is
Well,
so key.
I mean, I'm just thinking Citadel Animal Fair, period.
Yeah. I mean, I would have thought there's a way. There's enough here to double province, but it's probably difficult at least. That yeah, just spamming animal fair province is probably enough. Yeah, when it's hasty as well. So you're pretty much always, as long as you have an action in turn in hand, being able to TST one for next turn. Yeah, that's pretty fair. I wonder how quick that actually is. That seems like it should be pretty quick. Because turning one action to
Yeah,
a province is pretty cheap.
yeah. I mean, it probably benefits from Voyage, I guess.
Yeah, that as well. If you think you have enough time to do that, yeah. Yeah, I had not considered just how consistently that hit it. It's like even this, you probably prefer just trashing the Weaver into Animal Fair and taking a guaranteed province than taking the 3
Yeah,
silvers.
yeah, it would have been a guaranteed province on this turn.
On the voyage turn, yeah, that's because this is a voyage turn. It's gonna do
Yeah.
not very much. We see rocks. Oh my god, it's rocks time. I'm not sure I've ever seen rocks in a league game.
Yeah.
So what? That
Apparently,
was.
there's something underneath catapult.
There's a split pile hiding here all along.
Oh, got a prize, guys.
Here
Sorry,
we
reward.
go. Here we go.
We have been rewarded. However, it is on a voyage turn.
Don't spoil the fun now. We've got a prize, okay, or reward.
Oh, yeah,
We
reward,
must
yeah.
be happy.
For our patience. Yeah, we have been rewarded.
This is the
And huge
saddest
turnip.
huge turnip.
You know what? I approve of this huge turnip.
This is a message approving this huge turnip. Huge turnip. I can't even say it. It's so powerful. I can't even utter it. Animal Fair,
Animal,
yes.
something for everyone.
I mean, you're so far ahead that if you love huge turnips, then this is the moment to do it.
I mean, it's only going to get you the most value on that voyage turn.
Yeah. Well, they could have
Yeah, now
renowned.
you can house Carl. Yeah, big
Yeah.
fan.
Here we go. There's no supply pile empty yet. This is a bit sad.
Yeah, that's right. So slowly working on the curse file.
Yeah. Any minute now. Will we see it before 4 provinces? I mean, this can be walled village, and then you're one away from a weaver play.
That's true.
What else can it be? Um, another Joyce doesn't seem that crazy when there's this many provinces in deck. Rocks, I'm not sure is the way. For how rarely you get to see rocks, it's such a sad card.
It is. I mean, that's probably why you get to see it so rarely.
I guess it's part of the reason, yeah. Yeah, because if you compare it to Centurion, yeah, Centurion is like probably worse than Catapult, but you so much more often get to see Fortune.
The gladiator, yeah.
This is a province, and we should see this one out.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it.
Especially when the game is ended at any point by taking an Animal Fair. Will we see it? Will we see the instant end this turn? You can actually do it on the voyage turn. This is pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's a province, and that's a win in hand, isn't it?
Yeah, that's such a weird one in hand. Voyage Weaver is enough.
Yeah. Prince of Thieves just has to empty that Animal Fair pile before.
That would be quite the
MJVville
schmoof.
turn.
Pulls a 7 Animal Fair turn out of nowhere. They tried to transmute. What the?
Yeah, I think maybe transmute
Outrageous.
wasn't seen.
The J Neil's corruption got to them. They didn't do it. They didn't do it. One day we'll see it. That's true. That's true. Have you considered, instead of taking nothing, taking an extra transmute? No, sorry, I dodgy. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't know the transmute gains off by heart. It's my mistake. Double playing Animal Fair for style points. It's true. Everyone knows it. Transmute is the best trasher. What are we thinking here? What's the thought process? We're undoing it. Why are we undoing it? What's happening? Oh, sorry. I cannot play. I just continually make a fool of myself in voyage turns. That's okay. I'll 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 live with that. Sometimes I am the fool. I mean, the funny thing is that it still didn't matter because you still could have just bought Animal Fair. So you still didn't really need to undo. Fails to take a turn. Nice. What are we waiting for? What's happening? Oh, okay, we're dead. We're dead in the water. What? I mean, if we can't finish the game, then I think Prince should pretty cleanly give it to MJ. But what even broke? Why does it not just pass to Prince? Void Citadel. Um, yeah, I guess it's, I guess that's what's happening. What is living forever in this? It's surely this is living forever. The game never ending. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess we could fix it by just. I mean, I guess that's quite far back to go back. I didn't realize both voyages were on the same turn. I don't know, Daniel. This feels pretty much like living forever. So either Prince gives it to MJ, or we undo to the voyage turn, or um, or something, or Dominion Games suddenly fixes itself. Should I tell them they should undo the second voyage? That's probably the cleanest solution. But they didn't see my first message. Maybe I'll try messaging Prince. Or Prince can just resign the game. That's another option. You could tell MJ to rewind to the second voyage play. J Nails is transmuting while observing transmuting. It's just all the transmuting a man could ever ask for. I mean, we're not in permanent transmute limbo. Maybe that's the true cause of this. Transmute's power is so unspeakable that yeah, it just broke the game. Oh, I see oh, it's not Void Citadel existing, it's playing Citadel as Void. I see the problem. I mean, you could just say you're gonna win by not playing Voyage anyway. But MJ, you you could just rewind and get the win anyway. There's solutions here. I mean, it is crazy this going on for so long when Hits the Animal Fair exists. Hits the Citadel Animal Fair. How attached are you really to this voyage turn? You bought a duchy, like he says. I mean, I don't know if 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 Prince doesn't agree that it's a win for MJ, how it works. I mean, can we be the arbitrators and say that it's a win? Is it time to read some league rules? If it says you're speaking, but I can't hear you. If you are saying things of note.
Sorry.
How long have you been speaking?
Yeah.
You've
I've
got
been speaking for a while.
okay.
Just got some serious issues there.
MJ admits defeat. Okay, here we go. We will finish the game legitimately.
So, I mean, we said this was win in hand, but we didn't appreciate. I mean, to be fair, it still is win in hand. He just has to win on the voyage turn.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Or like this.
Wait, what? It was just.
It was just win in
How did that not happen in the other version?
hand. Okay.
So
Rocks.
confused.
Because, yeah,
Because
they
Rocks
gained
does
rocks this
something?
time, and rocks gains you silvers to hand if you get it
Okay.
during your action phase.
There we go. That's the solution.
So, yeah.
MJ forced into the win a turn earlier.
I mean, I think Voyage and Trash Weaver for Animal Fair was also a win.
Yeah.
Wins before the game breaks. 3-3.
There we go.
A fair result, I think.
That was a funny kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, never a dull game. Like, we are forced out of our comfort zone with a significant lack of trashing.
Yeah, with pretty much every step we turned, we were forced into a new, different place that wasn't in our comfort zone.
Yes. The finickiest.
But yeah, there we go. Thank you for joining me. It's good to
Oh, thank
talk.
you for joining me.
Yes, and
Yeah, a pleasure. Let's do this
thank
again sometime.
indeed. Thank you all for watching, and until the next match.